Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Kelsey and Dr. Karen with Sacred. I'm actually at the Kansas City location at Sacred Chiropractic plus Acupuncture. And this is Dr. Karen.
Hi there, I'm Karen Williams, and I am at Sacred Spa and Wellness in Saratoga Springs, New York. And today we will be discussing self-care and self-love because it's February and it's Valentine's Day is coming up. So, we're going to talk a little bit about self-love and things you can do for yourself. So I'm going to start off and we're going to talk about what exactly self-love means. It's really accepting yourself fully, treating yourself with kindness and respect, while at the same time nurturing your growth potential and well-being. Basically, it's about how we perceive ourselves and the feelings that we have about ourselves, and the actions we take to promote these feelings of acceptance and self-respect. It's not about thinking that we're perfect or, we have to lose X amount of pounds, I'm not talking about that to fit in certain clothes, but it's rather accepting ourselves unconditionally, despite any perceived imperfections that we have about ourselves. And really, it's about being at peace with who we really are. So having said that, it's really not about, it doesn't mean we can't improve ourselves or have goals or work towards these imperfections, but rather it's about giving ourselves permission to embrace these challenges and implement some self-care routine that can slowly build up to loving ourselves. So what exactly is the difference between self-care and self-love? So self-love is really focused on the thoughts and feelings that we have about ourselves, how we perceive ourselves, and the respect we have for ourselves. Whereas self-care more focuses on the actions and the things we do to care for ourselves physically, emotionally, spiritually. And these actions are actually going to help support us and make us feel better about ourselves and how we, perceive ourselves. So Dr. Kelsey is going to really talk more about actions you can take to practice self-care, where I'm going to be talking about some tips on how to practice self-love. But overall, by practicing self-care, you'll ultimately promote self-love. And that's going to generally promote an overall positive feeling that we have about ourselves. And then it's going to reflect onto others as well, So here are some tips, just really easy things. I mean, they sound easy in theory, but they can be difficult for some. So don't be hard on yourself, start small and then work your way up. But here are some tips for practicing self-love. Number one is really to release negativity from your life. It's time to purge anything or anyone that causes you stress, anxiety, or pain, or that just no longer serves you in a positive way. You deserve to be treated with respect, and try to spend time with people that will support you and your mental health and your growth potential. Surround yourself with people that you want to be like. So the number two thing to promote self-love is really embracing forgiveness. I know that may sound hard for some, for many probably, but whether it's forgiving something that you did yourself or someone else, practicing forgiveness will really help you move on from things that may be hard to let go. But once you do let it go, you will go through life with an ease you didn't even know that existed. It's very empowering. So forgiveness is a very powerful tool. Another thing we can do, and a lot of people probably do it, is practicing gratitude. And back in 2011, there was a study published in the Journal of Happiness Studies that found that just writing down words of appreciation over a 3-week period can improve on measures of depressive symptoms, improves life satisfaction, and just boost overall happiness. So just try to keep a notebook or a gratitude journal. And just every day, you could just write 3-4 things about what you're grateful for. It could be your job or your spouse, or, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a thing, the sunshine, or, the air conditioner because it was super hot that day. So just, whatever you're feeling at that moment in time, just write it down. And then it's just great to look back over time, and it'll just give you positive feelings. So another thing, what's great for practicing self-love is laughter. I mean, just laugh, just smile, even if you're not feeling it. Watch a couple of funny videos or a movie, something that makes you giggle. There was a study done in 2017 in the Journal of Neuroscience that found that laughing releases endorphins, which naturally elevates your mood. And these are the same feel-good feeling chemicals that are released when you exercise or when you get acupuncture. So laughter is definitely key. And it's really important also to have a strong support system, like a strong network of people. I mean, we can learn to love ourselves by starting with self-care and slowly build up to that, but we don't have to do it alone. We can have a friend or a buddy or a partner, or, even a professional, such as a therapist or someone who's going to be objective. That will always be helpful too. But you don't have to go it alone if you're having difficulty, on this journey. I just have a couple more tips, Dr. Kelsey, just to keep in mind, and then I'll hand it over to you. But, just things that may seem simple, but, prioritize you, prioritize your health, your well-being, make sure your own needs are being met before you meet others' needs. Be assertive, stand your ground, stand up for what you believe in, and don't let others take advantage of you. I know that may be hard for some, but, don't ever compare yourself to others. Each one of us has a special gift and unique gifts or abilities, to offer to others. So everyone's not the same, and everyone is unique and special in their own way. Like I said earlier, spend time around people who support and build you up, avoid people who don't, accept your imperfections, but also recognize your strengths. Don't be afraid ever to ask for help. There's no shame in it. Let go of grudges or any anger that can hold you back from moving forward. Value your feelings and live in accordance with your ethics. If somebody's doing something that's not ethical to you, stand your ground, or, or don't be around them or associate with that kind of group or person. Pursue your interests and your goals. Challenge yourself. It's good to challenge yourself, but set realistic goals and keep track of your progress and your milestones. And you'll be amazed of what you really can accomplish. So it's important to embrace the journey to finding out who you really are, but really enjoy every minute of it. And my hope is that you will embrace these tips to assist you and send you on your pathway to self-love. Now, like I said earlier, I mean, it's important to do tips for self-love, but really how to get there is really about self-care. And this is where Dr. Kelsey is going to come in and give you some insight on self-care.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Karen. That was amazing. So profound. One of my mentors, she says, laugh until you're actually laughing. Go into another room and make yourself laugh until you're actually laughing at yourself. And that's the true source of healing. And I absolutely love it. I love that you shared that. So thank you. I got the chills when you were talking. I was like, love yourself is so important. So thank you for sharing.
Oh, you're so welcome. But it's so important just to remember, it's just little things like that that will just trigger,
Yeah.
release of neurochemicals from the brain, and that will just make you feel better.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear your tips.
Yeah, so my tips are more things that you can do at home for self-care. And so one of my main things that I tell a lot of my clients is to drink water. And most people know about drinking water, but there's a way to elevate your water to where you're getting more out of it than just hydration. And so I'm going to give you a couple of small infusions actually that you can put in your water. So if you add these, it not only adds taste, but it adds either nutrients or benefits in other ways. So for example, cinnamon aids in weight loss by boosting your metabolism. Lemon or lime wedges can increase your immune system and help clear your skin. Cucumbers can help decrease puffiness and inflammation and help your joints. And adding other fresh fruits or berries is the easy way to add natural vitamins and antioxidants. So if you're already drinking water, why not elevate it just one step more and give your body a little bit more health and nutrition? My second self-care practice would be to take a multivitamin every day. We really, really push for pre and probiotics in our practice as well. A lot of this comes from that even if you eat a healthy, well-balanced diet, our food supply is still lacking the essential nutrients that we need. So even if you think you're eating very healthy, there's going to be some sort of either mineral or antioxidant or something that you're going to need to add into your body. And these supplements just help boost your health that much more. For pre and probiotics, it's important for proper gut health. There's more research indicating that there is a gut-brain balance. So if someone suffers from brain fog, ache, intestinal bloating, and gas, it's important that they investigate the possibility of supporting their gut microbiome. We recommend, if you guys are wanting to take a multivitamin, that 20 billion colony forming units or higher is for clinical effectiveness. So we like the brand Garden of Life. That's a brand that I recommend to most people and that Dr. Abby recommends to most people to kind of get the best nutrients out of your food. Pre and probiotics are also super important in making those vitamins itself. So there's bacteria in your gut that can make vitamin A. So if you're having just even nutritional deficiency, they help you break down your food. They help you absorb the correct amount of food and the correct supplements and the correct vitamins and everything like that, and it's huge. To go along with that, we also recommend proteolytic enzymes for better digestion, because we were saying earlier, maybe your food, maybe you're eating really good, but maybe you're not absorbing that food that you need, so you're still deficient in certain areas. So that's kind of some tips that we like to say that you should be ingesting in a multivitamin, a pre-probiotic, and a proteolytic enzyme. Another tip that I had, I know it's kind of cold out there. We have some snow on the ground right now here in Kansas City, but grounding is huge. This is a process of walking outside and intentionally touching the earth. This can be done by walking in the grass, touching some soil, touching a tree. When doing this practice, you're gathering negative ions from nature to help reduce your stress and increase your focus. Spending just a couple of intentional minutes outside while deep breathing can positively impact your life. Those negative ions that you're receiving from the earth help balance out that acidity in your system. So every day, all this stress is occurring, and we're creating like reactive stress, reactive enzymes in your body that can be neutralized by negative ions. So it's huge if you can go outside to just breathe in the air, touch the soil, touch nature. If you come from a stressful situation, it's just good to go, take a breather outside and help the earth help you. Some other things and tips that I wanted to add was to add movement throughout the day. So even if you're working out 3 to 5 times a week, you're getting your cardio up, this and that. If you stay in one position too long, it can actually start to cause, ache and fatigue and pain. So these are a couple of exercises that I wanted to show everybody that are huge for keeping motion throughout the day. So one is just plain range of motion. So that's actually just doing your extent of motion in one direction for every part of your body. So that can be flexing your neck all the way and then looking up all the way to the ceiling and then tilting your head left.
I'm getting a lot of cracks and crunches here, Dr. Kelsey.
Yeah. And looking over your shoulder and the other shoulder. If there's one spot that's too tight, maybe you go the opposite way, take your hand and gently pull to stretch. So my right side was more tender, so my head's tilted to my left to stretch. So you can do that for your neck. You can do that for your arms. You can swing your arms in circles, one way and then the other. You can do your legs. You can do your low back. Just kind of twist out like that. Bend forward, extend your spine backwards. Just little movements to not stay completely stagnant in one spot is huge. This was also one of my favorite exercises ever. It's called YTWL, and YTWL is important for posture. And so a lot of people don't sit up with proper posture. And when you start doing that, your shoulders roll forward, your scapula starts to have issues in the back, and you start to have like that mid back pain. So many people that work from home have that mid back pain, and you have the anterior head carriage, your head's going down like this because we're looking at our phones all day. So this is a way to help reduce that. So basically you set up in a nice, even neutral spine is what we call it. So your eyes are level, your chin is level, your shoulders are level. And how you can actually tell that you're not normal is this is going to put you in the proper position. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a Y. Then you're going to go out to a T. You're going to go to a W with your elbows down. And then an L, your hands go, I might have to stand up. Hands go flat and squeeze in like that. That is proper posture. And most people feel like they are stuck.
In the L position?
What?
Yeah. The last position?
Yeah, in that L position. That's where proper posture is for you. So if you do the Y, T, W, and L, you can even see me straightening up as I'm doing it. Yes. That is proper posture for people. So if you do that and that doesn't feel like how you're usually standing, maybe it's time to do it some more.
How many reps do you suggest to do that? Or how many times a day?
I would say just to gently start, you can do it 10 times in the morning and 10 times at night. It's not, for some people, it can actually cause like some pain as their rhomboids start to fire again. So as those mid-back muscles actually start to work as if they're supposed to, it can cause pain. So if it's causing a lot of pain, don't do it. But if it feels comfortable to you, I would say like 3 sets of 10 in the morning, 3 sets of 10 in the evening are kind of just like a good basic place if you want to work up to that. So start out with like 10 and then start to do 20 and then start to do 30. That would be kind of my recommendation for people.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Another recommendation that I have is yoga before bed. So we recommend sleep yoga with Adrienne. So if you go on YouTube, Adrienne has a whole yoga website. It's all free. Everybody can do it. But she has one link called sleep yoga. And it's actually designed to help regulate your nervous system, help shut it down for a more restful sleep. So this can add to your evening routine, your evening plan to kind of help, calm down before bed so you're actually relaxed in bed and you can fall asleep. To kind of go along with that, I have taken Epsom salt bath or relax or do a foot salt scrub to kind of help detox, but also to help relax in the warmth before you go to bed, to shut your minds off so you're away from that blue light, you're away from the TV, you're away from your phone, and you're kind of preparing to relax. Because if you have that blue light stimulating your brain, even if you then go to bed and you're not looking at your phone for like the next hour, your brain's still stimulated. So that's going to be a huge thing for people, is to do the yoga, to take a bath, do something like that, read a book that's outside of your phone or the TV. Yes.
Can I ask you a quick question? So if someone doesn't want to like fill up a whole bathtub, can they still benefit from that result just like by soaking their feet in Epsom salt, like soak in?
Yeah, yeah, I've done that before. Just like
Okay.
put my feet like in the tub. Yeah, I've done that before.
Okay, just in case, someone didn't want to spend all that time, but I think you would still get the same benefit of better circulation and better sleep by soaking your feet.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I agree. Um, my next tip is to have a skincare routine. And so here at Sacred, we're talking about beauty a lot of the time. And so maybe that's developing your own skincare routine. Maybe that's lotion for the whole body or something like that. We definitely recommend sunscreen though. Sunscreen and a moisturizer are like our top, is what Dr. Abby says is our top two that everybody should be doing. So if you don't have a skincare routine, maybe it's time to look into that. And then my last little hint that I wanted to have everybody be able to take home is actually an acupuncture point that you can do at home. And this acupuncture point is also known as the joy point. It's the point that stabilizes the spirit and the disposition. It's on the heart meridian and it's heart 3. And I kind of wanted everybody to know about this point because it's important for self-love, self-care, as we've been talking about this time. It's the month of love, and so it's just an important point to know, but it's very, very easy to find. So if you take your elbow where it bends on the inside, and if you can kind of see where that cubital fossa goes all the way across, it's where that crease ends. You can kind of feel a separation in the tendons, and it's tender for a lot of people. That is heart 3, as Dr. Karen also knows. But it's very, very, it's very tender. Can you see my teacher coming out in me? This is where you find it. Yes, so it's very tender on a lot of people. Everybody can use this point. There's like no contraindications for pregnancy or anything like that. So just massage it. You can hold it for 10 seconds, then relax, massage and hold for another 10 seconds and relax. So kind
I
of
feel a lot of crunching in here as well. I think it's time for some self-care.
right? Sounds like you need to fly to Kansas City and see me.
It seems like I'm going to apply some of these tips, Dr. Kelsey.
Yes, yes. I also just wanted to add in, of course, self-care is outside of the home as well, which means getting body work, especially if you are a body work person or someone that deals a lot with people. It is important to get back to touch and back to that grounding. So that can mean getting acupuncture done, chiropractic, massage, facials, cupping. I don't know. Is there anything else you can think of, Dr. Karen?
Infrared sauna is amazing.
Yeah.
Infrared, yeah.
Yeah. So there's also places that you can go that are outside of your home to get that self-care as well. And it can also hold you accountable if you have a practitioner kind of helping guide you along the pathway as well. So those were all of my tips.
Well, those were amazing, Dr. Kelsey. I just love that. I mean, I can't wait to implement those at home or here at the office. I mean, thank you for sharing. That was awesome. I love it.
Of course, of course.
That again with YTWL. Okay. YTWL.
YTWL.
Definitely going to be working on that.
Perfect. Well, it was good to see you, and
wonderful to see you as well.
Yeah.
And happy self-care and self-love. And I mean, you can definitely, spend time with others and love others, but I think more and more people, should really take the time to evaluate, what they're doing for themselves and how important it is to take care of yourself.
Right. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Right. I mean, spending all that energy and time, we care for others. So, I mean, as a practitioner too, and, so especially for practitioners, it's, imperative that we do that. But I really, really appreciate for you to share that with me.
Yes. Well, have a wonderful day, everybody. And it was good to see you.
And to everyone watching.